Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Drifted while playing Dragon Quest XI Echoes of the Elusive Age. Last episode we made our way over to Mount Pang Lai, and today we're going to go and enter this place. Also did some reforging and a lot of fun sides forge shenanigans because, whoopsie, I was doing some experimenting. Hello new enemies. A group of dragon riders. Hashtag wrecked. Henrik is such a freaking beast. I love it.
We have carried the day.
Even though he doesn't do as much damage as me, but he's also geared towards defense and not particularly damage at this point, so. Since I am mainly focused on damage right now. With my 3 attacks. It's kind of annoying that you don't get like the forbearance skill. Even though it is a little bit overpowered. Right. Or you might get it later on, I have no idea. Let's go and do the Axe of Evil. I have full MP, so... Right, and now I can ride to this dragon. What? I can ride to this dragon, there we go. Dragonhorn and Dragon's Bane. Anything else that I haven't taken a look at quite yet? Fairy Fluff. A Bastard Sword or a Magic Shield, wow. Hey, Rock Bombs. Rock Bomb Shard and Lava Lamp. Tantamount, Horse Manure, and Equable Emerald. Wait, what is that? Wait. What does a Black Dragon drop? Dragon Hide and a Pitch Pearl. Huh. Right. Mount Olympian. Worked for Sith riding lots of mountable monsters. This is cool. I like this. I'm a fan of this. Okay. So I think a lot of this cave is going to be like this. I do want to fight some more monsters there. Sharona. Calls for backup. I guess I'll just go and attack. Yeah, I just normally attack. He doesn't have like an OP skill as Jade has, where she only uses 3 MP for that skill and one-shots a lot of things. Or in any case, attacks a lot of things. He might have a skill with one of his other weapon types or whatever that does that, but... Oh well, that's fine. A group of dragon riders. Wow. There we go. Gotta love getting that XP. I need to get a lot of XP to level up at this point. That's pretty freaking insane. But also very much within the realm of possibility or expectations, whatever. Okay, I think this is a Giga Slash moment. There we go. Cringe maliciously. 69 damage, nice. Okay. Let's go and mount up and go to the next room. The fact that you can just mount these things is also very interesting. Even though these are your enemies and monsters and all that jazz, you can just ride them. Right. There's an item over there. There's an item over here. A jug of fresh water. Holy crap. There was another lump shaman that jumped out of the ground. We kick us that, sure. There we go. O to the P and some other things. Hello. Even more shamans appear. Oops, all shamans. Wait a second though. I can get something up there. Do these things attack me? Nah, they just run away. Let's go and get these goodies over here. Ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Mithril. And enchanted stone. Right. Let's go and dismount. Alright. So made it to the slopes. Hello. Honeyhead Hork Knights. Confusing stinger. Grows ever more angry. And then he dies. Because he was also cocky.
We have carried the day.
There's another mountable over here. And I'm confused. He's rooted to the spot. Alright, let's go and just do this.
Take this.
Freaking critical hits with that. 500 damage. Wow. Hello, big dragon boy. A boreal serpent. Cast Crackle. That's kind of what I expect. Right, time for a Dragon Slash. And time for a Parallax. Wow. Ice Crystal. Let's go and take a look at these enemies. Boreal Serpent. Ice Crystal and a Seed of Life. And they use colorful cocoons and platinum lances. Okay. Right, just go and get this bee. Ba-na. Ba-na. Now, is there a use for this bee? Recipe book. More dragony designs. Dragon's Banes, Worm Fangs, and Dragon Shields. And a suit of dragon mail armor. Hello. Is this why I collected dragon parts? Okay, Worm Fang, Dragon Shield, and Dragon Mail. Protective against ice and fire. By how much? 20%, wow. Dragon's Bane, however. Let's go and make this thing. Right, certainly off. And then time for the double-edged bases. My favorite. There we go. Right. And then a triple Hawame. And another one. And then I think normal bashes. Okay. Lightning bash. Nice. Okay, I'm also gonna fill in my glass of soda because I need some juice. I need some gamer fuel. No. That's not the kind of guy I am. It's also not energy drink, so I don't need that shit. I only need a certain amount of sugar. And other things. Wait. There was also other things that I can make. Whoops. Let's see. Let's go over to armor. There we go. Okay, mithril ore and then red eyes. I need 4,000 gold to make this. Fuck it, let's do it. Fuck it. Right. This is leap off. Okay. Let's go for a double whammy over here. Perfect. Nice. I've only just noticed how many of my perfectionist things I used up. Right. Dragon Mail, more defense, less magical might or mending, but doesn't really matter much, and charm also, but I don't care. Right. And I also made the Dragon's Bane for myself. There we go. Falcon's Blade is still this damage times 2. So, yeah. I think I'll be keeping that. Maybe I should fight these things. Oi, mate. I'm the edge former. Excuse me for a moment. Well, I wreck your face.
Well that ends well.
Hello? There we go. Come on. There we go. Scooch on a little closer, dear. Another ice crystal. That's very nice. How many times have I made that joke? I don't even know. And I don't give a crap. I'm enjoying myself. And that's all that matters. At least in my humble opinion, of course. Multi-heal. Interesting maneuver. Goodbye.
Our triumph was never in doubt.
Let me go and do... Here. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. Ah, come on. These things are annoyingly fast. Oh well. Axes of evil!
Take this! We have carried the day.
Right. Let's see what we can find over here. If anything, in any case. There's something. I enchant the stone over here. And that's it. So, do I want to go into Angri, sorry. So there are people blocking the way over there. A staff of anti-magic. Huh. That's intriguing. Can't really do anything with that though. You know, not having a wizard in my party. Is that a spoiler? Am I going to find one of my wizard friends in here? I guess we'll find out in a moment. A new village to explore. Or something.
A temple on top of a mountain. What connection could a place like this have to the luminary? It certainly benefits from divine protection of some kind. Yggdrasil fell to earth not far from here, yet the temple buildings escaped entirely unscathed.
I know that face. That man is a knight of Heliodor. Heliodorian swine! You think that your blockade will break us? Think again. The disciples of Angri are made of sterner stuff, as you will soon see.
What in the... These movements must be intended to confound us. Be on your guard. We may attack from any angle.
Enough, all of you. Is this how we treat visitors? As your High Lama, I order you to stand down.
Your Holiness, these people are not visitors. They are soldiers of Heliodor. We cannot be sure of their intentions.
Soldiers of Heliodor, you say? The tall one, perhaps. But his young friend does not look like a military man to me. I sense a great power within you. Tell me, young man, are you the luminary?
Yup.
Incredible. You divined your true identity with a single glance.
How long we have waited for this day. Please, you must forgive my disciples' discourtesy. Their training is incomplete. Welcome to Angri, honored luminary. It would please me if you would join me in the high hall at the top of the temple. We have much to discuss.
Strange child, but remarkably perceptive for one so young. There is more to him than meets the eye, that much is certain. Well, we have come this far. We might as well make our way to this high hall of theirs, see what he has to say.
Alright. 1,000 apologies. When I saw a knight of Heliodor the kingdom that has oppressed our people for so long, I could not contain my anger. I had no idea that you were the luminary, and that you and he were comrades. I am deeply ashamed to have shown you such disrespect. You have done well. Sorry, I've done you a great discourtesy, luminary. I should have welcomed you with open arms, not bared fists. I pray that you can forgive me. His Holiness awaits you in the high hall at the top of the temple. Please proceed inside. Alright. I did not know this area. Welcome to Angri. You're the luminary, are you not? The one we have waited all these years. His Holiness told me that you had come. How long have we have looked forward to this day? Pray, stay and talk a while before you proceed to the high hall. Everyone is eager to meet you at last. Alright. His Holiness has the power to sense a person's true nature with a single glance. This is why the Grand Master chose him to be the new High Lama in spite of his years. Some of our less enlightened disciples resented being ruled over by a boy at first, but he has proven himself to be a wise and able leader, and gained the admiration of all. All of the monks have gathered in the high wall to welcome the luminary to Angri. The day we've all been waiting for has finally come. Well, nearly all of us. I don't really know what a luminary is. I'll ask my mother later. The luminary, he's God himself! No. We found this man lying unconscious on the slopes of the mountain. He was gravely injured, but we were able to nurse him back to health. At first we were wary of him for many moons now. The soldiers of Heliodor have laid siege to our temple. But it seems we had nothing to fear. He is a man of honor. I was going the mountain gate when we were attacked by monsters. If disciples hadn't come to my aid, I would surely have lost my life. We had blockaded their home at Sir Jasper's order. But despite this, they saved my life and welcomed me into their home. I can hardly believe it. An ethereal stone. Right, I would like to sleep. 30 gold, wow. Cheap as fuck. Alright. There were also pots that I missed over here. Oh boy. What an amazing beginning. Hello. A battle dress, a bastard sword, knight cleaver, spirit staff, cavalier cleaver, an ice axe, will deal ice damage when attacking, magic shield, magical hat, iron headgear, magic armor, wizard's robes, torque of truth, and then some items, okay, and then some other stuff, okay. Now here's a face I haven't seen before. Tell me, are you the Prince of Dendersil? Yup. I thought as much. You remind me of my old friend. Your eyes are just like his. Hello, man. I would like to say thank you. Also, Henrik has not leveled up once at this point. Wow. Alright. Howdy, honey. What brings you here? Me, I was moseying around minding my own business when I found myself smack dab in the middle of a gang of red-eyed monsters fixing to eat me up. If it hadn't been for a couple of kindly disciples coming to my rescue, I'd have been torn into itty-bitty bits. These fellas here are strong and fast. You should have seen him wail on them vermin. quick as all get out. Guess all this training really does pay off. Whether one emerges from battle in triumph or defeat depends not on one's skill with a sword or one's magical might, but upon one's will to win. No matter how powerful one's opponent is, one must clear one's mind of all doubt and devote oneself entirely to overcoming the challenge they present. This is the first teachings of Angri. The disciples train every day, or train day after day to master this mindset. The mindset of being stubborn. Angri is home to a society of monks who spend all their time training to be extra strong and clever. Are you here to train too? No. Oh, then why did you climb all the way up the mountain? You are a strange one, mister. Many medal. Right. I was hoping I could jump over that, but I could not. Nothing. Tourist pamphlet entitled Girl About Town, Puerto Valor. Start your day with a lazy morning, relaxing by the water, and enjoy a traditional breakfast of pancakes with coconut sauce and strong Valorian coffee. Then make your way to the beach, where you can sun yourself, enjoying a good book and snacking on delicious tropical fruit. The sweet, juicy flavors of fresh Valorian produce simply can't be beaten. Once the day starts to cool, make your way to the casino and try your luck at the tables until it's time for dinner at the hotel's world-class restaurant. The chef's special is out of this world. Finally, sit at the bar on the beachside terrace, sipping a cocktail and losing yourself in the stunning saffron sunset, or the bartenders arresting your eyes. This is just one of the many ways to while away a day in delectable Puerto Valor. If it sounds like your idea of fun, then don't delay. Start planning your trip today. Don't go hungry. The local delicacies of Angri. It's widely agreed that Angri's unique style of cooking grew out of the need to provide delicious nutrition for the monks to perform their grueling training, while still adhering to a strict vegetarian diet. Perhaps the temple's most famous dish is the legendary Bam Bam noodles, which are served only at special festivals. Claims that this is the most delicious food in all the world are certainly not unfounded. The meal is said to symbolize pride in one's achievements, and anyone capable of making the arduous mountain climb in order to taste them firsthand has every reason to be pleased with themselves. Okay. Here in the Temple of Angri, disciples undergo the most arduous training imaginable in order to draw out their latent spiritual powers. Before the mountain path was barricaded by the Heliodorian army, would-be heroes would come here from all over Erdrea in the hope of learning the secrets of our strength. Right, see if there are spooses. Welcome to the neighborhood of Benedictor. The last praise, speaker is Sonia, he'll tell you more. Right, so where does this go? I think it goes just to the same place, right? Yeah. I just saw a lot of disciples racing into the High Hall. His Holiness must have summoned them. I've never seen them so excited before. I wonder what's going on. There's no item over here, okay. Alright. Welcome to Luminary. This is the High Hall of Angri. His Holiness awaits you with it. Alright, Your Holiness.
I welcome you once again to Angri, honored Luminary. As I believe you know, it is my privilege to serve as High Lama of this most sacred temple.
I am to address you as Your Holiness, correct? Might I ask what you and your people know of my companion?
Why, everything, of course. We have awaited his coming ever since the day he entered this world, in the castle of Dundrasil.
Waiting for him? What do you mean?
I mean exactly what I say, nothing more. Tell me, do you recognize the symbol on this banner? It is the emblem of Dundrasil. Since the age of heroes, the princes of that nation have come here to train with us for 6 years of their youth. Your young friend was born a prince of Dundrasil. Thus did we expect him to come here as a boy and study under the great Grand Master Pang. Sadly, that was not to be.
So if fate had been kinder, you would have spent a good part of your childhood here. What of his tutor, this Grand Master Pang you speak of?
When the Lord of Shadows brought the world tree low, the Master set out to summon a magical mandala to protect the temple from destruction. The spell succeeded, but its power was too great. Grand Master Pang did not return.
A noble sacrifice indeed.
Now that the Master is gone, it falls to me to guide you. Come to the field of discipline. It lies behind this hall. There is something you must see.
It is a shame that the Grand Master cannot be here. I would have liked to meet one so noble. Come, let us see what His Holiness has in store.
Alright. When the Lord of Shadows sent the World Tree crashing to the ground, Grandmaster Pang summoned a mighty magical mandala to keep his temple safe from harm, but the exertion was too great. The Master did not return. A life was given to save those of his disciples. We must make sure we put them to good use. It is my honor to serve as chief instructor of this temple. If Thunderstone had not fallen, I would have trained you as a child, according to the instructions of Grandmaster Pang. No doubt you are eager to undertake the training that is your birthright, but first, pray speak with His Holiness. He awaits you by the entrance to the field of discipline, which stands behind the temple. For months, Heliodor has laid siege to this temple, accusing us of harboring the Darkspawn. All this despite our ancient alliance with Dungerzone, the nation that was once our closest ally. No doubt our forces would have stormed the gates long ago, were it not for their fear of the Great Master of the Grand Master. Pang's powers were enough to hold an entire army at bay. Stop sniff. Forgive me. It is a pleasure to meet you at last. I only wish that Grandmaster Pang could have shared it in the joy. The Grandmaster had waited your coming more eagerly than any other, if only our beloved leader had not been taken from us. I first want to go and explore this area, I think, before I go and deal with going to that place of discipline. My friend was chosen to be the new High Lama. Now he's the most important person in Angri after the Grand Master. And everyone has to do what he says. Amazing, isn't it? He's only the same age as me, but we wouldn't be any more different or something. The fact that I can actually enter this place is amazing. Welcome, Luminary. This is the Grand Master's chamber. It is where Grandmaster Pang herself resided until that fateful day. It is also where you would have awoken each morning if you had come here when you were a child and trained with us as you were supposed to. Interesting. I would have slept in the same place where she would have slept. That's interesting. On the nature of the naughty stick. Oh boy. The Grandmaster of Angri wielded a mighty weapon whose name echoes through the ages. I speak not of the wave-cutter scimitar, nor of the staff of torn clouds. No, I speak of the naughty stick. The origins of this legendary tool of instruction can be traced back to the very founding of Angri. It is said that the stick itself chose the very first Grandmaster. Some believed it was carved from a branch of Yggdrasil, and that even a dragon could not break it, though it tried with all its might. Of course, it is best known for its use in punishing young monks for lapses of focus. The pain it inflicts is rumored to be so severe that acolytes fear that their very souls may have been spanked from their bodies. Wow. It's a book of wisdom entitled the Sutra of Angri. The Master teaches that man is the world, and the world is man. To devote oneself to good deeds is to serve the world. To bring goodness into the world is to protect it. The Master teaches that through suffering we learn of ease, that through sadness we learn of joy. To love mankind and thereby the world, this is our duty. Man is the world, goodness serves the world. Learn good things from bad, and hereby love the world, or thereby love the world. These are the wisdoms of Angri, realm beyond the clouds. These are the precepts by which we live. And now we have the throne. Alright. Let us go and follow the child leader. Do I have a scabbard for the sword, or is the sword just... I don't think so. I think the sword is just on my waist, right? I think so, yeah. Wait, let's go and take a look at this. I can take a look at this like this, when it's unsheathed. Okay, I know. There's no sheath. It's just there. Fear not, traveler. I plan to put my training to good use and protect all who seek shelter here from danger. If worse should come to pass, I shall lay my very life on the line. My steely physique shall shield this temple from attack. Beyond this tunnel lies the field of discipline. Many would-be warriors have entered this sacred arena to train their bodies and their minds. Now, Luminary, it is your turn. Welcome, Prince of Dundasol, to the field of discipline, where your ancestors trained to become mighty warriors and wise rulers. The High Lama awaits you within.
Beyond those doors lies the field of discipline, where students of Angri strive for enlightenment. Before we tread upon this hallowed ground, let me tell you a little of our history, and of the luminary of legend himself, Erdwin. Before setting out to defeat the Dark One, Erdwin came to our temple to learn from the Wise Ones, who made their homes here even then. The first Grand Master, i.e., accepted him as a disciple, and trained him in the secrets of spiritual realization. But he did not train alone. During his time here, he met someone who would change his fate forever.
Who was this person?
Another of Ai-Yi's disciples, a young mage whose talent outshone that of all who had come before. A man named Morkant. Erdwin and Morkant would train together every day, each striving to outstrip the other. Though they were fierce rivals, they became firm friends. When their training was complete, Morkant joined with Erdwin in his quest to slay the Dark One. Without Morkant's magic, he might never have prevailed. Before setting out, they carved an inscription into this stone, a pledge of eternal friendship. It has been a treasure of ours ever since.
Morkant. I have not heard the name before.
Now, allow me to show you to the field of discipline, if you would be so good as to follow me.
We two sworn companions, Erdwin and Morkant, do hereby pledge to lay low the Dark One, though it cost us our very lives. May this pact stand from now until eternity.
Welcome to the field of discipline. Since the age of heroes, many a would-be warrior has spilt sweat and blood upon these flagstones. If your karma had been different, this is where you would have trained under Grand Master Pang, like all the princes of Dundrasil before you. I have brought you here so that you might stand in the footsteps of your ancestors. An unbroken line leading all the way back to the age of heroes. Even your grandfather, Lord Robert, completed his training here. The memory of his achievements shall live long in the temple's memory.
His achievements?
Pang was a harsh master. With this implement, disciples whose efforts were lacking were given motivation, directly to their fundament. It became known as the Naughty Stick. During the course of his 6 years of tuition, your grandfather's right honourable posterior was paddled an unprecedented 10,000 times. The tale of Lord Robert's road to enlightenment lives on to this day. Every disciple knows that he must focus at all times, lest he face the same fate.
A legendary achievement indeed.
You are worried for your grandfather, yes? Do not be. Lord Robert overcame every challenge set for him by the Grand Master, and emerged stronger every time. The fall of the World Tree would not have been enough to extinguish one so resilient. He is alive. I sense it. Tonight there will be a modest feast in the High Hall to celebrate your long-awaited arrival. We would be greatly honored if you would join us. We may not be able to aid you as we would have done were Master Pang still with us, but in this respect at least, we can provide.
That night, the High Lama holds a banquet in my honor. Long-suffering disciples are overjoyed to have an evening respite from their training and eat, drink, and dance till the early hours. And then morning comes. Ba-ba.
awake at last, hmm? It is high time we were on our way. If the Grand Master was still alive, perhaps we might have learned something to help us in our fight against the Lord of Shadows. Sadly, it was not to be.
Alright. I don't think that's the only thing, though. Something's gonna happen. Has to be some kind of a main quest over
And the
here.
hermit? What news of him?
Forgive us, Your Holiness. The monsters on the mountain path were too strong. We were unable to reach him.
I see.
Your Holiness, is there a problem?
Yes, Sir Hendrik. I fear there is. You see, 2 weeks ago a hermit visited us, unannounced. Then just as suddenly departed for the top of the mountain.
Alone? Whatever for?
That I do not know. The moment he heard that Master Pang had passed away, he ran from the temple. He was last seen climbing the path to the summit. The mountain has become infested with monsters, emboldened and strengthened by the rise of the Lord of Shadows. It is a perilous place indeed. This being so, I dispatched a group of disciples to return him to safety. As you can see, things did not go quite as planned.
I have trained all my life for a moment such as this, and yet I have failed in my first true test. I have brought shame upon Angri.
Might we be able to offer some assistance?
I thank you for your kindness, but you are guests here. I cannot ask you to undertake such a dangerous task.
A knight of Heliodor does not abandon an innocent in need. These people have shown us great kindness. It is only right that we do them a kindness in return. Would you not agree?
Thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I cannot allow you to bear this burden alone. I shall come with you. We must depart for the summit of Mount Panglai without delay. After exiting the temple, we will take the path to the east in order to begin our ascent.
Alright. But before we do that, I first want to go and... Oh, there's a quest over here. Is there only one quest? There's a lot of different quests. Like Academy de Notre Dame. Or is it Notre Dame? Nope, that's the wrong place. There's a monkin church in Angri, and another L'Académie and Phnom Nom. Okay, that's a lot of different places. Well, let me go and save my game. Okay, let's go and get this quest. Yes, we know. Would you like to experience our training for yourself? This particular lesson involves defeating a mighty monster using a certain pep power. Will you accept the challenge? Sure. Good, you have the spirit of a true disciple. I sense that you have braved the battlefield countless times before, and performed the dance of death with many a foul fiend. For this trial, I would have you slay one of the boreal serpents that haunt the path of Mount Panglai during the day and hide themselves away at night. They are fearsome foes indeed. And not only that, you must use the pep power Blaze of Glory before felling the feat. This kill vast increase one's attacking might at the expense of defense. It encourages one to eliminate all thoughts of defeat from one's mind and concentrate entirely on the offense. Ba-da-ba. Okay, that's it, right? Let's see, because this is Phnom Nom. L'Académie. Something like that. And also L'Académie. Okay. Nothing else, right? No. Right. So, my friends, that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just Right. I was playing Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. And next episode, we're gonna go and first start off by doing this quest thing, and then we're gonna go up the mountain. Goodbye.